call the meeting to order. Ms. Jenny, have 3 commissioners present. Do business. All right, anybody want to address the board before we start? Just take it. Okay. All right, Mr. Christopher Bates.
Had a semi-busy month, fixed a few water leaks and put a tap or 2 in. I had a few out for.
Well, I know Isaac had been out.
Yeah.
Listen, it's hard. That baby she stayed sick. He can't help it.
He can't go. Kurt had operation, so he'd been out for
Kirk been
about a week and a half, I think.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he had a blood clot he had to have taken care of, so he's been a little short on help this month. Got a few things done.
You got any outstanding taps to put in?
3.
3?
We've got to do, what am I trying to say, we've been working on the hydrant, but the state keeps holding up on this thing or that thing. I don't know what their hold up is. It's a different person that's reviewing it. The first person reviewing it sent the first one in, no problem, approved it. I sent the second one in, almost identical, with the exception of the address, and they just keep finding something wrong. So I got approved yet, nor I got the 4-inch master meter on Link Road in to be approved, and I haven't heard anything else on that either, so.
So you can't move forward until they do.
Until they approve it, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. We've done some lead copper surveys this month, and,
About done with that?
No, we still have several hundred left. So we work on them as we can. And they got the tank in, so it's.
Tank's done.
Yeah, and we put, I filled it up, about a foot and a half of water in the bowl, and then tomorrow I'll finish filling it up, and then 24 hours from that, we'll take back these. They all come back good, we'll put it back in
You'll think
service.
this is funny. I got this call yesterday, and they said, is that tank done? And I said, oh no, it looks like they got it painted. They said, you picked that color, didn't you? I said, I hadn't even seen it.
Do they like it or not?
No, they were just saying, I like blue.
Oh, okay. It is pretty, it's a good looking boat.
It is, I thought it looked pretty well, but it wasn't. They were making fun of it.
If we're gonna paint it, let's paint it with somebody to see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, the only problem that I'd seen with the tank is they run an electric line up the leg of the ladder of the tank. And I had Johnny Cates and him up there today looking at another issue I got up there, because we got to rerun the coaxial cable to the antenna. That was our thing. We take it down, we'll put it up. And Johnny said he looked at the electric line up there, he said that'll never pass inspection. It's not sealed off. So Kearns is actually going to pay the case to fix it right.
Okay.
And so that's good. But we're going to pay.
Is it any danger in it?
Well,
the way it is right now?
No, not right now. But Johnny said it's subject to get water in it and hold water in the pipe, and it's not sealed off.
Yeah.
And plus, they're going to have to do some electrical work at the tank, because the pole that's holding the telemetry and the electric on is just about to fall over. And they've actually done set another pole beside it, so he's going to swap everything over too.
So how long did it take for the contractor to finish?
Well, they started 15th of May, and it was done, I think they were maybe done Friday or Saturday. So, right, just a little over a month.
Yeah, good deal. And they were easy to work with.
Easy to work with, yeah. The only thing you had to do is stay out of their way. I mean, they're fast.
That's okay. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted.
That's a first.
It is. It is. Let's knock on wood. Let's get them again if we need them. All right. Go ahead, Christopher. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's about it. That's on report on think of right now to tell you.
I'm just kind of glancing over last month. So is those taps on Robertson Hill?
We got 3 yet?
We got those 2 out on 120 and then Ricky Booth, I know.
Oh, yeah. The 2 out on, I forgot about that. The 2 out on 120, I'm just waiting on those to tell me when he wants them.
Yeah.
And then Ricky Booth's kind of the same thing.
Well, I noticed they got some more apartments kind of lined off down there, so I figured you'll be getting some more down there.
Yeah, he's gonna put 6 more 6 more there, so,
That's good.
yeah. We'll get,
That's good for business.
yeah, so he still owes for 4, so he's bought 2, and I've got the other 4 set, he's just gonna buy them as they rent.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, any questions for Mr. Christopher? I guess I do have one. Was Isaac and Kurt off at the same time?
Yeah, no, would they not?
So did it hamper operation anyway with them two being gone?
They overlapped a little bit, because
Yeah.
Kurt's out
Yeah.
on meter reading, and he come back one day after we started meter reading, and Isaac was off that whole week.
So his plans hasn't changed?
Kurt,
Mhm.
well, yeah, I mean, he told me today he's not sure he's gonna retire now. So,
All right,
that's,
all right. Okay. Any questions for Mr. Christopher? I didn't ask that. All right, Ms. Jenny, I guess we'll go down to old business. These two gentlemen right here ought to be in old business. They've been here forever. So what do we got on our projects, guys? I guess we got the county line tank done, so
Yeah, there's one thing on the county line tank. They found, I guess the inspector that was inspecting the construction found that we didn't have a safety climb on the inside ladder of the tank, and that's required. So he gave me a quote for it, and I just realized I printed off the wrong email.
I think it was 24.
2,400 is what it was, but that
So
doesn't
that
have to
would-
be done immediately.
so that would be a change order that we would need to do for them.
Yeah, and that's something I think we should, I would recommend to wait. Let's do a 12-month inspection, to make sure everything's still good in 12 months.
So who here is gonna remember that in 12 months?
Drew.
I will, no promises, but I'll try.
I'll probably not remember it in 12 months, so somebody here better remember it in 12 months, or we better do it now.
We've probably talked about it, but.
Is that something they're gonna come back here and do?
Well, we
Contract.
have to initiate, we will have to pay for the tank inspector that just finished the inspection. We would have to pay for that. But if your 12-month warranty is gonna be, you know, if you really care about it, you'll take that tank down and look at it in 12 months, just to make sure we got what we wanted. Hopefully it's an inspection that we say, everything is great.
You approve of it, Ricky?
Do I approve of the?
Of the job they did?
I like what I have not been there, but I like what I drove by and saw.
Okay.
I like what Mid-South, our inspector has said that the contractor has done. And I'm really grateful that you guys were able to act on some change orders that we needed to do. Because then we might have been disappointed that
Labor.
we're spending nearly $300,000 and we got a potential problem.
I guess my question is, so if an inspector comes and inspects that right now, a state inspector,
Mhm.
what y'all are talking about this ladder, will this be something that's brought up in the inspection?
It would be noted,
Well, no, the state inspector doesn't go inside the tank.
but if he did know, if he did go inside the tank,
Yes.
he would know you don't have the safety climb in there. But like Drew said, he's not going in, the tank's gonna be filled up. When we do the inspection, we will take the tank out of service, that's the time we put it in. When it's back out of service, doing that inspection.
Is it out of service now?
it's about half in.
Are you still cooking the inside?
Yeah.
Disinfecting inside?
Yeah, I got it.
You don't wanna go in now.
Probably kill you.
And you don't wanna stop this, put it in, and then,
And they said the safety climb's like, how many weeks out?
Oh, it was gonna be, that's the other thing, it was 30 weeks out.
Oh, wow, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So that's half a year right there.
I should have pointed, so
Okay.
we couldn't put it
Okay,
in right.
okay.
We couldn't.
That changed my
Right.
mind. I was fixing to say, okay, guys, we probably need to get that in there, but.
Now, how long is the warranty on their job?
12 months. The contractor's warranty is 12 months. I think the paint has a 15-year gloss retainage on it, but that would be with Tenemic, the paint company. The contractor, his work is for 12 months.
So we really don't wanna wait a year.
Yeah, it's, I guess.
We wanna do it 11 months maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, 11 months, 29 days.
I don't know, we don't need to cut nothing out. And, you know, I was just thinking, you know, if we wait a year and then they found something, they say, well, it's out of warranty, you know,
Let's do it right before.
okay.
Do we
And
need the
that's
inspection?
that is sort of common in the tank repaint business. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Mid-South inspection's gonna, we're gonna do.
That's what I would, I just like them. I think they served us well. They might, I can't promise this, they might have caught some things. Had they done the inspection that we designed around, they might have pointed out that the interior, they would have taken the tank out, they would not done it with a submarine.
So the thing we did the change order on, who caught that? That was the contractor.
That was
Mid-South, wasn't it?
Mid-South. And the contractor could have just, you know, packed paint back there and covered some things up. But
All right, that sounds like a good deal.
I think so.
Well, I'm glad that is over with.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, or sound like it's
Headed that way.
headed that way
So
anyway.
a couple days, it'll be in service, and it'll be, hopefully by the end of the week, yeah.
All right. Okay, project number 2. Has that been bid out? Project 2, 3,
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, they are out to bid,
They're out to bid, so when's the bids over?
July 11th
July.
at 2 o'clock.
Here,
What day is that on?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We timed it where it was a week after the 4th of July, but essentially.
Before the board meeting, so
Before.
we would approve those at the next board meeting.
If we're in a position to, we'll be able to share the results with everybody.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. What's your opinion? We're not gonna hold you to it, I just kinda wonder.
Well, we don't have much interest right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Everybody
have a lot
busy?
of calls for, can I give them y'all's number?
That's good.
Oh, so, I guess my question now is, are we gonna have a meeting?
I hope so.
I believe we will.
It's bad to have $3 million that here to spend
Isn't it funny?
and nobody interested in.
Drew and I were talking on the way up that, you know, every board meeting since October, we're sitting there saying, no approval, no approval. And then we get approval and advertise it, and then we get no interest, I'm saying no interest.
So where's all the contractors? Are they all doing,
It is very difficult right now to get contractors to bid on work. They are all busy. I do think we'll end up with a couple on, there's 3 projects, Rory Hollow, office pump station, and then the water plant. And we probably end up with a couple on each one. But it's not gonna be where, the tank we had 10, 11, or 12, I don't know how many.
is that because the tank they knew was gonna be a fairly, fast job?
We don't know exactly.
Cause I assume, especially the water plant and the Roy Hall are gonna be gonna be pretty extensive projects.
Yes. I talked to one contractor in Springfield out in the parking lot, and he said he is so busy that he said, now I like the job. Just telling him, Rory Hollow, 22,000 feet, 6 inch. He said, I like it, but if we were to bid on it, I'd have to tell North Stewart I can't start till February.
Oh, wow. So where they working, Nashville?
They were working in, Nashville and probably in the Middle Tennessee area.
Okay. Okay, that answers that question, I guess. Not what I wanted to hear exactly.
It's where we are right now.
Sure.
We do have a couple, and one of the things that we don't know exactly, contractors can look at the plans and specs, and they don't have to necessarily be a plan holder of record right now. And they may be, mulling around, if I get this or if I get that, he may know the game better than I'm sitting
It could
here.
happen, yeah.
But they may wait until a week before bid opening and say, okay, now I'm ready to go in. And they may have done some work already in advance, but they haven't let us know yet. Because they hadn't become an official plan holder of record.
We don't submit our bids till bid day, I mean.
Just close.
Yeah.
So is your company that busy too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got probably $25 million, $30 million worth of backlog right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So most of it Nashville area?
Yeah, actually, Drew's back door and, up in Madison.
Right.
Yeah.
Just building fast.
Dealerships and wholesales, Sam's Club, BJ's, I mean, they're coming up everywhere.
Right.
Commercial really booming.
All right.
Interest rates keep climbing and people keep building.
Something wrong with that somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, don't work that way, mate.
No, it is.
All right, infrastructure planning grant, that's all taken care of, right? We got all that signed and master meters is,
We're working on it.
you're working on.
We're not sure if they're gonna pay for all of it. I think they are, but
Well, let's hear something about that, I guess.
well, on the contract, it says they're only gonna pay for certain things. And then when we got the, paperwork where they ordered it, it's like pipe and all, and that's not on the,
That cost us.
but Drew thinks they'll pay it all. And Miss Fay doesn't know. I sent one invoice to the state, so I'm waiting to send the rest to see if they're gonna pay it all.
So is she contacting, are y'all
She don't
talking?
know, she don't know what they're gonna do. I've asked her and she don't know. So I sent it to
So
her.
you think they would?
I think they will, I think the whole point of the project is to get these, if it's what it takes to get the flow meter in the ground, that's what it takes.
Ricky, what do you think?
I think Drew was right.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm glad you backed him up.
And
How much did he pay you for that?
Well, Faye always is ultra cautious.
Does she err on the side of caution?
She does not, where we've maybe experienced some things that we know it works out. We would be surprised.
Well, I know in the big scheme of things, this is $12,000 compared to what we've just been talking about, but it's still $12,000.
Sure.
How much is the extra that we don't know? If they'll pay
Well,
for?
it's cheaper than my estimate, so the grant's worth $50,000. GNC only quoted 20, what was their bid, 20?
It was 20 something, but that didn't include all the parts. That was just like the meter and
Okay, so what did the quote that they sent that did include?
everything we got from them was right around 50, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when she sent me the budget, You know, I went by what was on the budget.
But she doesn't know the bid, she wasn't part of that, so she
So-
wouldn't know.
Right, but on the quotation in the budget, and what you sent, had a lot of items on, had items on there. So
And that's our accepted bid.
hopefully the state will pay it. I've only sent the one invoice just to make sure. Before I send, you have to have canceled checks, it's a,
So about 25,000 worth of extra
Overage.
overage.
Over what is in the actual bid. Like I said, there's four or five items that the GNC put a bid on, which was like 21,000 or something. But everything else it takes to actually get it done brings in another 20, 25.
But you were gonna have to do that work anyway, so if the grant can pay for it, that's the way to try to steer this thing.
now, is it 18 months or 2 years from when we began it? They have to have it installed.
I'm not sure. I can go look it
I
up.
don't think they know.
It was supposed to be done in 2024, but they didn't release us
I know.
to do it until.
We were later than other people.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting to hear from them before I send some more invoices.
Yeah.
So when I get more invoices, Eric, get ready for your Johnny Henry.
I'll be all right,
And
Jim.
it's wonderful how we get scanned now.
I was gonna say, I've been out of town at some training, and she would email me stuff, I'd sign it. You notice I signed it in blue every time.
I know.
I said that way she could notice which one's the original. And I'd scan it back to her, and
But that's good.
it is.
It saves
It
time.
saved a lot of time. It actually did save a lot of time.
And it was good for y'all and stuff.
Absolutely.
Made things move a little quicker.
Yeah.
Fire hydrant, you said you was waiting on that. Was that one fire hydrant, or was that is that the one on?
One at Big Rock and 120.
Okay, so, where are we going? That's only two you've got, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, I understand we may get some more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked about maybe one at Headshot Shepherd Hollow as well.
yeah.
I'm not sure from that point where we want another one.
Did Shepherd Hall?
Doing.
Chipper Hall.
Okay. I thought you just put one there.
No, we just put a master meter.
Oh, master
Yeah,
meter.
master meter.
Okay.
Has that helped? Can you tell anything about it?
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Is it really?
Yes. That's our best place.
Yeah.
It's called Mr. Kent.
I guess so. He's making it tight.
If it starts spinning, let me know, because it's going.
It's probably yours. It's probably that creek down there in your
It's
house.
spinning, but it's accounted for. You're paying for it.
Yes, you are. You know for a fact, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, discussion on setting of meters policy. Do we need a policy?
Remember, he talked about it last time, how he wanted to change that and put that on the paperwork?
Is there something I'm supposed to do with that? I just realized there's something
Now,
else.
now that she says it like she did, I remember.
I would
talking
put
about it.
your wages and all on that.
Okay.
I would just, I don't know how I would word it.
That was where we was gonna change the word on the form.
Yeah,
I don't think we were gonna look at what other utility districts were doing too, just to make sure we were in the ballpark.
Yeah, I know we were in the ballpark on the labor, the backhoe rate, because I checked on
Yeah.
2 or 3 there. And the labor, I'm not sure. Yeah, I dropped the ball on that. I hadn't even
I was
thought
gonna
about
say that, that's okay, just leave it on there for next time.
Do that next.
this year. Water loss, looks like, holding pretty steady.
Yeah, we got, I know 2 leaks, I think, behind Sunset Inn, running off that hill. They found, Jessica down your meter reading, they look like pretty good ones. And, one on Watson Road, I think it's just a service line though, but it looks like a decent one.
So the one up there at Sunset, does that water go across the hill there somewhere?
It goes in behind the motel and it goes over and feeds the park.
Oh, I got you, over down the creek.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of,
Yeah, it's a lot of rock.
lot of rock in there, that don't sound good to me, Chris.
Yeah, we actually we fixed 2 leaks in the park this month.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So did somebody turn them in, or?
Well, they was leaking, prior to them shutting it down last year, but they valve it off every year, so it stopped it, so when they got everything back up going, we went back and fixed it. It was they got the.
Where's the meter for that?
There is no, well, there's a meter at the bathhouse that we charge them for, but, there's no master meter on that line, or nothing,
Oh, wow.
around the hotel, but about halfway up the hill, went on the pit stop side, and when it goes up that hill, there's a pressure relief valve up there, and the water's just rolling out of the box. So, and that's such a high pressure area, you
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, so that.
And it knocked you down there if it was running full blast, but,
180 pounds.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. You had a lot of rocks going across that bluff there, that,
a lot of rock, yeah.
all right, guys, we're gonna move on to new business if y'all are okay. Okay, Ms. Jenny, cybersecurity plan.
Okay, we have to have one of these by July 1st. The auditor sent me a model. I cheated and fixed it for us.
You didn't cheat.
And
You used their template.
yes,
All
and
right.
the insurance company is asking now where I have to, because I'm doing the renewal with Tom, you have to do a survey about cybersecurity for insurance.
Well, I would think that's probably a big thing for them these days.
So I sent
Get lots of
the,
claims on that.
I sent the paperwork to United Systems because they had to fill it out. Well, it's taken him forever to get back with me. So
United Systems? or
yes, United Systems. And so I've emailed him multiple times, and they were going to, they take care of everything but my email. So for them to check off that they take care of the email, I'm gonna have to change my email address and everything, and they're gonna take it over. Okay, and that way we'll be secure on everything here. And it's gonna cost $34 a month for them to do that. And then
Oh, wow.
that way we're, so, I think we should, I told him to do it, because we're gonna have to. I mean, to be in,
In compliance?
yes, yes,
Absolutely.
because the state's making us do this cybersecurity policy. So, I just need a motion second to approve it.
All right, guys, then.
And I don't know anything about it, y'all, I'm just going by what,
Well, I've had to read something very similar to this lately too, so it's not a whole lot different than what I had seen.
but we do know that United Systems watching over everything we have, so, and once they do my email, we'll be in compliance with everything.
Any questions y'all have about that security plan?
No, I read through it and I
Yeah.
don't understand a lot of it.
Well, there's some of it I don't
It's the
understand
template.
either.
Yeah, it's the template.
And I would say, when they made this template, it was for not only for small places, it was for very large places too. But.
But at least I had something to go by.
Yes, but the thing of it is, you can have cyber attack as well as anybody. Because, you know, as we just talked about, there's a lot of stuff that we were doing with scanned emails, so anyway. We have a motion and a second to approve the cybersecurity plan and Miss Jenny Hyde to be the security officer. I don't know whether if you think she's a risk.
Well, you're Christopher, do you want to do it?
He said that pretty fast.
I'm the
You make a
security
motion.
officer.
Anything they do with cyber, I don't, you don't need to do.
I'm the
Charge of it.
security officer.
You need a badge.
Well,
You
go on.
did. When you start acting up, I'm gonna put my badge out. Oh,
Okay,
baby.
Ms. G, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Opposed? All right. That is good.
Let's have a little fun on that.
Yeah.
Let me go. That. All right. I think now we need to talk about pay raises for the upcoming year. I have in front of me, from a 1% to a 5%, and what it's gonna cost, the difference. First thing I wanna ask you, Jenny, is, the auditor hasn't been here, have y'all talked about what the difference is in income and expense?
Well, we're gonna have more expenses, cause, if y'all notice.
And we're fixing to have $34 a month for your email.
I know, I don't think that's a drop in the hat.
I don't think it is. Well, going back, I was looking at, plant supplies and things like that, everything's just,
But the plant, the chemicals is tripled.
yeah, absolutely, but it's that way anywhere. It's that way
There
anywhere.
for a long time, every month I'm getting a call, they're going up, they're going up, they're going up. What do? You know?
Well, there's nothing you can do.
You can't, you gotta have them. You shop around, everybody's about.
You know what happens if you change what you're doing, don't you?
What's that?
You get one of those letters from the state saying that you're not in compliance.
Yeah, right,
So that, we don't want that either. We don't want that either. Well, I'm gonna read y'all figures that I have for me. This will be, for the year, a 1% raise would be $3,778.94. A 2% raise is $7,514.90. A 3% raise is $12,343.70. And Ms. Jean, the 4% raise didn't add up to me.
Well, it's not because I've had,
I understand.
Yeah.
When you said that to me, I said, that don't look right.
I know,
And,
and it's no telling,
Yeah.
because I've had 50 people calling, I've done this in between today.
yeah. So, the 4% raise, is gonna be, 14 something. And then the 5% raise is, 16,411.20. And that's on everybody. So the floor is open for discussion.
What was our margin this year about? Annual profit?
120 maybe. Now, I did include retirement and payroll taxes in that.
That's all of it. That's everything they pay. That's not just their salary. That's for payroll taxes, retirement, the whole world. Chester, you get me phone out.
I've had a hard day, my brain ain't working quite.
Your brain's not really right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be over at Chester's tomorrow working.
Can I see that?
You sure?
He needs a farmer. And I'm about ready.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I need somebody to understand English is what I need.
Oh, boy.
Just do what I tell them. Who's the first? 16.
Well, just as a comment, I think we ought to do the best we can because, last year didn't even nearly keep up with what everybody else got with Social Security and everything.
Right, yes,
Cost of
that's-
living, it wasn't even close.
It was not close.
So we need to continue to make up that difference, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna recommend the 5%.
Yeah.
That's what we did on the county level and I think we need to stay with suit. So that's gonna be my motion. Do we hear a second?
I wish we could do more, but I agree.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank y'all.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I wish it could be more. Cost of living is probably 9 or 10.
Yeah, I know it. That's not, but on the $24, that's not but $1.20
Yeah,
an hour.
that's right. That's right.
Appreciate it.
So Kurt's planning on staying now.
Today.
We included him in this.
Yeah.
If I had one thing to say about somebody on here, it'd be Isaac. And I know he's working and doing the best he can, but anyway, I know that's the only income he's got coming in his house.
Yeah, he's a good one, and he's got licensed as well for distribution now as well, so that helps, maybe makes him a little more valuable as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is our employee handbook dictated by the state, or by the county, or what?
Not by the county for sure. We're in it of our own.
Yeah, what I meant was us.
Steve Atkins attorney did it. By what we told, by our guidelines years ago. Me and him did it. well, and Paul Page was
That-
involved.
You know, that deal about going to retire, not going to retire, that ain't good.
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple of times about getting a letter of resignation or letter of intent, and today he said, no, I'm not gonna, I don't wanna get one, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna retire or not. So,
All right. He's not sure what he's gonna do. All right, guys, anything else, to be brought forward the board? And we do have to do employee evaluations tonight, so when we do that, I'll ask y'all, we're gonna have to, that, just gonna be one-on-one with them, so, that'll be Christopher and Jenny on their employee evaluation. Anything else to be brought forward the board? All right, well, we won't adjourn, because we've got to do employee evaluations. But we will let go into executive session now.